everyone, this is Joanne coming to you live from New York. I'm also known as #UnicornBoss. So as you guys are jumping online tonight, go ahead and hit me up with some unicorn emojis since those are my jam. If you're grabbing me live, go ahead and leave me a number 1. And if you're catching me on the replay, go ahead and leave me a number 2. So super excited tonight, you guys. I want to chit chat a little bit about fasting tonight. So if you enjoy fasting, if you do a fasting practice, go ahead and comment fast below. I would love to hear about it. And I'm going to share a little bit about my top tips and tricks for fasting. I'm actually 50 hours in a fast right now, which is so exciting. So I wanted to share, like I said, some of my top tips and tricks, why fasting is important, what it does for you. And I actually have a really special exclusive opportunity for anybody that is interested in maybe joining me, and it's going to be available tomorrow. So make sure you stick with me to the end of the video so that way you can hear about this. I would so love to share it with you. So let me go ahead and say hi to a few people. Welcome. Go ahead and leave me a number 1 if you're grabbing me live. Say hi and let me know where you're coming in from. And if you're catching me on the replay, go ahead and leave me a number 2. By the way, if you're a brand new friend, don't forget to comment new below so that way I can circle back around and say hi to you and connect with you. I've got a ton of brand new friends, so if you're brand new to me, welcome. My name is Joanne. I've been keto one year now, and I just love this lifestyle, and I've really started to enjoy a very regular fasting practice, and I'm going to share with you why I love it so much. So if you're keto, comment keto below. Let me know how long you've been on the journey. If you want to let me know how much weight you've lost, I'll make sure I give you a shout out if I see it here on the comments. And like I said, if you missed it, if you enjoy fasting, comment fast below because I would love to see who enjoys a fasting practice. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me say hi to a few people, and then I'm going to share my top tips and tricks for fasting, because I'm sure some of you guys are reading the caption here and you're saying 50 hours fasted, WTF, like is this girl crazy? No, I promise you I'm not crazy. I am actually a certified keto fasting reboot coach, and this is a supported fast, and I'm going to show you all of the benefits and why it's so good for you and how you can fast a little bit easier on your own. So hi Samantha, welcome. I see she loves fasting. That's great. Hi Amy. Hi Carly, welcome. Let's see who we got here. Takesha, Mel, Debbie, Ashley. Awesome. So happy to have you guys. Welcome. Okay, so let's start with where I'm at right now currently in my fast. So I'm 50 hours fasted, believe it or not, you guys. I do a 60-hour fast every month, which I know seems totally crazy because when I first started this journey and I had the opportunity to do the 60-hour fast, I thought, you know what, you guys are like some kind of special crazy here, because the most I've ever fasted is 24 hours, and that's like a stretch, you know what I mean? So I'm like, God, that's like almost 3 days, like crazy. Hi, Shilpa. Welcome. Thanks for the love, sweet sister. By the way, I forgot to ask you guys, if you love my page, if you enjoy what I do here, give this video a quick share. I so appreciate your love and support. And don't forget to friend me and follow me. If you click on the bottom here, it will pop up and you can do follow and see first. And if you click up here, you can turn your live notifications on. Facebook had a crazy update and like nobody sees my videos now. So you have to like manually turn it all back on. So that was my mindset when it came to the 60-hour fast. I was like, you guys are like, no, I'm not doing this. So let me share my experience with you so far. So first things first, a lot of people say to me, well, are you hungry? And for the most part, I can honestly say I'm not hungry. I will have moments of hunger here or there, hunger pangs, but what I've learned and what I've discovered, and this is like my 12th time doing this, I've been doing this for a really long time, is that I'm not really hungry. I'm actually thirsty, okay? So back in my Carbolicious days when I was up over 200 pounds, you guys, I used to really do the Mountain Dew. Like that was my major source of hydration. So if you feel comfortable and you want to share with me what like your vice was, go ahead and comment in the comments here. But I was a big soda drinker and I was drinking at least 5 or 6 Mountain Dews every day. And you know, in the beginning when I gave it up, I missed it. But funny story, this is really true. This was before I was keto and everything. I gave up the Mountain Dew, and the first week I did that, I lost 8 pounds. So that just tells you alone. I know we all know how much sugar are in some of these drinks that we're doing, but I was drinking probably more calories than the food I was putting in my body. So So what happens is I find that our society really has no sense of what thirst really feels like. We a lot of times we associate hunger with thirst. So this will really help you on your health journey, and this will also help you when you're fasting. So I've got my favorite. There's so many brands that I really love. I happen to buy this in bulk at Walmart. They do a really delicious tasting electrolyte water. So my first tip for you is to make sure you're staying hydrated and get yourself some nice electrolyte water. This one here says right on the front that it's a flavored enhancing mineral water, and it's got added in here magnesium, potassium, and additional minerals. So we're really looking for the magnesium, the potassium, and the sodium on keto in general, on a health journey in general, but especially when you're fasting, it's super important to have those electrolytes, because if you're not having them, you can start to experience some awful symptoms. So typically people will start to feel nauseous, dizzy, super tired, almost like, I don't know, like faint can kind of happen. And that's when you're not getting enough electrolytes. It's actually not from lack of food. It's because your electrolytes aren't where they need to be. So but there's so many great waters out there. If you want to share your favorite electrolyte water, I would love to hear about it. I also really enjoy Smart Water and Life Water. And please, when I say these, know that it's just a plain water. So one of the hardest times I have coaching people through their first extended 60-hour fasting period is we're so programmed to go out and buy the things like Propel and I don't know, you know them all. You can comment them here if you want. But all of the different things that have the fake sugars in them, they're just so bad for you, and they will prevent you from getting into fat burn. And the whole point of fasting is to encourage endogenous ketone production. So ketones help your body burn fat. It uses fat as a source of fuel. So you want to make sure, hold on, I've got somebody here that's like a total hater. Let's get rid of them real quick. Sorry about that, you guys. So now, just to respond to that comment there, I only ever encourage you guys to buy bottled water when you're fasting. It's so funny because for those of you that follow me, you know I always say that I hate what the plastic does to the environment, and I always talk about how I don't buy bottled water except for when I'm fasting, because you really do need those added electrolytes. But that's okay. We'll send him all of the love. We love you, bless and release you. That's totally okay. So anyhow, make sure you're getting your electrolytes. It's really important, and make sure you're starting to understand those signs of thirst versus hunger. So I always encourage people when they're doing a fast, make sure you're drinking usually at least a gallon of water. Typically half your body's weight in ounces of water is really good for you. So I usually try and hit at least 80 ounces every day, but especially when I'm fasting. Oh, thanks for the love, Mel. I appreciate you. So the second thing is, one of the reasons why I love fasting for an extended period like this, and it's so beautiful, is that we are programmed to put food in our mouths. So does anybody suffer from binge eating? And I'll be the first one to raise my hand. You can comment binge below, or just say like maybe struggle with food. But I really struggled with the addiction to food. I had a very terrible hand-to-mouth action, and especially sitting at my desk at my corporate job all day long, I'd be constantly reaching for goodies that I had in my lunchbox, and it was a compulsion. It was a very bad habit, and I find that when I'm fasting for an extended period like this, I notice that I have the motion to want to eat, but I'm not actually hungry. So these are all things that you can start to really learn and become more intuitive with your body when you really listen to it. So I missed the feeling of eating, and I missed the way food tastes, but I would say 90% of the time on the fast, I'm not actually hungry. So I'm learning about my habits with food, and that even after a year of keto and losing 60 pounds and feeling amazing and changing my whole life, would you guys believe that I still have the hand-to-mouth compulsion, and I still have an unhealthy relationship with food? And thank you all so much for commenting. I appreciate that, because it's so hard to get vulnerable up here. And like when I ask people to comment and then nobody says anything, I'm like, oh, I guess I'm the only one that's like still suffering from binge eating. So I'm sending you all love. Thank you for sharing, because I think it provides a lot of value and encouragement for people that are struggling too, just to know that they're not alone. And I love how Ashley says she, would eat out of boredom. I'm also an emotional eater. So if I'm sad and depressed and having a panic attack or crying, forget it. I need all of the ice cream, all of the cookies, all of the brownies and things like that. So that's also a downfall of mine. So what I find that doing an extended fast like this, it's almost a spiritual experience. Like I get to really recenter inside of my body and really think about, am I hungry? Am I thirsty? What does my body need right now? And I find that like 95% of the time, maybe even 98% of the time, I'm not hungry. I'm just bored. I just want to eat. I just miss food. I just miss yummy things. And it's totally not necessary. So the power of the mind is completely beautiful. And that's one of the most magical experiences of doing an extended fast like this. So the other tip and trick that I have for you is, and I know I talk about this all of the time, but I can't stress how important it is that you get yourself some pink Himalayan salt. Whether you're on a health journey, whether you're keto, or whether you're fasting, especially if you're keto or fasting, this is so, so important. It helps you to replenish your minerals that are being depleted while you are fasting, and those electrolytes are so, so important. So like last night, I had some of my goodies that I used for my supported fast, and I just poured some of this in. I like to use the big crystals to kind of like put them in my mouth and just suck on them and savor them, but I don't have any right now. So I've got this fine pink salt. Hopefully you can see it. Oh my gosh, you can't even see it, but it's in here. And so I was just kind of like sprinkling this in my mouth a little bit at a time until I felt really awesome. And it definitely will immediately cut the issues, the symptoms of like nausea, dizziness, just shakiness that can kind of happen. I know when I was brand new keto, I got a little tiny bout of the keto flu. Did that happen to anybody? If it did, go ahead and comment flu below. But the first thing I did, it was like day 3, as I started eating some salt and I got myself some electrolyte water, and that was it for me. It really helped. So of course, in addition to these 2 all natural things you can do, is you can get yourself a great electrolyte supplement. You have to be careful with those because a lot of them are not keto friendly. So I know a lot of people use Noom, and I've heard amazing things about it. It's not keto though, so you just have to be mindful of that. I believe it's got dextrose in there, which is, of course, anything that ends in OSE is a fancy word for sugar, but it's minimal. So if you're dirty keto and you don't mind that little bit coming in because you know you're going to get all of the nutrients from the electrolytes that's going to help support you on your keto, it's good to have. So yeah, I see some of you suffered from the flu too. So it's important in order the keto flu is preventable. Your body is just detoxing, and you may even find that while you're on an extended fast, as your body starts producing ketones and burning fat and your body becomes fat adapted, and you start using fat as a source of fuel, you can start going through a detox and begin to experience some symptoms of the keto flu again. Headache is another one of them. So you can work to prevent them by really upping your water and your electrolytes and having the pink salt with all of the minerals in it. So yeah, I actually did a really great keto flu video. So if any of you are suffering from the flu, if you go back to my page when we're done here, and up at the top there's a little search bar, you can search flu and it'll come up, and feel free to check that video if you want to learn some more about it. So the first 30 days, if you're craving something sweet, it's super hard because they usually encourage you your first 30 days not to make sweet treats, because it can you really want to teach your body to become fully fat adapted. So if you're brand new keto and you're going through the detox and your body is starting to purge some of the candida bacteria that's in your gut and in your system, you're battling keto flu, you're trying to learn how to do the diet, you're low carb, no sugar, all the things. So it can be a lot. And then if you keep introducing sweet things back in, even if you're keto, it can kind of disrupt the fat burn process. So they really recommend your first 30 days not to do sweet treats, things like fat bombs and keto friendly cookies and things like that. So I would just try to really stick with it. I find for me, high fat, savory, salty things help to combat that compulsion for sweet. So I know I talk about it a lot, but I really love macadamia nuts because they're salty and they've got this creaminess and they're super high in fat. I think it's like 25 grams. I don't know, maybe I'm exaggerating, but I want to say it's close to like 12 or 15 grams of fat in a quarter of a cup. It's nice and high. So the fat immediately is going to satisfy your urge for wanting sustenance. It's going to really satisfy you. And then the salty, creamy of that particular nut really helps to satisfy for me. But I do other things as well. You know, I like to do like cream cheese celery boats with olives and a little drizzle of olive oil and hemp seeds if I have them. So some nice high fat things do kind of help to stop that compulsion. So once you get past your first 30 days, you can start to play around with fat bombs. I did a really great chocolate peanut butter no-bake cookie on my page. It's to die for, you guys. It tastes literally like a peanut butter cup. So if you're past your 30 days, definitely try that one. I always keep some in my freezer just to have for those moments when I really feel like I want something sweet and I want a nice treat. So hopefully you guys loved all of my tips and tricks about fasting. Oh, I didn't talk about why it's important. So let me just talk about that real quick. And then I want to share the opportunity for you that's available tomorrow. Okay, you guys excited? If you are, go ahead and give me some hearts below. So the reason why fasting is important is because we want to encourage our body to produce more ketones, to encourage fat burn, and also it helps to reset your metabolism and rejuvenate all of the cells in your body. Whether I didn't know this until I became a certified reboot coach, but your body goes through a natural reset process every 30 days to renew all of your cells and all of your processes that take place in your body. So when you do an extended fast like this, it mimics the reset that your body is doing naturally, and it just heightens your metabolism and really starts to just kickstart it and set it on fire. So if you're like me, when I'm a carb eater or a binge eater, I can gain weight very quickly, and I get it usually around my midsection, and I struggle to lose it. So if you're feeling tired, if you feel like you've got a ton of bloat and you just are stuck at a plateau and you're not losing any more weight, an extended fast is really a good option for you to give it a try. So I do these, like I said, every month, and it's a supported fast. You can do a water fast, but I wouldn't encourage you to do just a plain water fast more than 24 hours without doctor supervision, because it can be dangerous if you don't know what you're looking for. But what I do is a supported fast. So it comes with a kit with all kinds of goodies inside of it. So I have a few different things that I take during my fast to ensure my body is not going into entropy, that it's not eating its own muscle, that I'm feeling great, that I'm boosting my metabolism, and that I'm supporting a healthy detox for my system. So these kits are always super limited. This month I've got about 20 people rebooting with me, and I'm coaching them through the process, which is so fun. We get a lot of love and support from each other, and I always have people that miss out on the opportunity to get their kit. So guess what, you guys? The kit's coming out tomorrow. It's going to be an exclusive offer, an exclusive deal. So if you want information and you want to make sure that you don't miss out on grabbing that kit for next month, so that way you can reboot with us, go ahead and just comment reboot below, and I'll get you some information and let you know when the product is going to drop live. I believe it's sometime in the afternoon, and I would love to ensure that you're being coached through this. I would be happy to help you. Let me show you some of the goodies that come in it real quick. So it comes with the Signal OS, which is great for, it's got some B12 in it, so it really increases your energy, and it encourages the communication from your cells, from your brain to your cells. So you just feel awake, alert, alive, so high vibe. It feels really awesome. You also get some teas with it. So these are meant to help you fall asleep at night. So you're gonna reset your sleep cycle. Are any of you guys struggling with your sleep? Because I know I sure was. So this helps you de-stress, unwind, fall into a blissful sleep. And it's got exogenous ketones in it. So it's gonna help you burn fat all night long while you're sleeping. So hello, sign me up. I want to burn fat while I'm sleeping, you guys, okay? What else does it come with? So it comes with some amazing broth. This is called Better Broth. This is the keto thyme. It's my very favorite flavor. It tastes like Thanksgiving. So it's like turkey and all of that goodness. Oh, I love to have it as a nice hot drink. You could also have it cold like a Frappuccino. It comes with a great caramel flavor too that you can make with ice and water and just have this almost like you're fasting and not eating, but then you're having this delicious caramel shake every day. So it's awesome. And I see all the Reboot comments. So super excited to have you guys to have you with us. So just comment Reboot. You don't need to feel like you're being locked in. I'm just going to get you some information. I'm super chill, as fun as I am on my page. That's how I am in real life. This is the real me. Hashtag real life, you guys. So, but the broth is so good for you. It's good for your adrenal function. So for all of your glands and your support. What else? It's good for your skin and your muscle, your ligaments. So if you have pain when you're moving around, this helps to provide that additional support. It's good for your immune system. So if you feel like you get sick and you're tired all the time, I used to be a very sick person before I went keto. I was the type of person, I got sick every month, and my sickness would last for 2 or 3 weeks because I just had a very low metabolism. It would be really hard for me to kick those. So ever since I started taking this and as I went keto with it, I definitely don't get as sick anymore. So during the winter time, I always double up on this product because I want to keep my immune system functioning really nice and high. And it's got exogenous ketones in it. So it's going to help you get in fat burn. So we'll be burning fat. There's also one, oh, this has also got collagen in it. So hello, hair, skin, and nails. So you're going to get some beauty benefits from it as well. And then the last and one of my favorite goodies that are in this, and I know I talk about it a lot on my page, you guys, but it's the famous Keto Max. These are pure therapeutic exogenous ketones, and they are just, I like to say they're magic, and they just completely saved my life. I'm exaggerating when I say magic, you guys, but literally I went from somebody who was up over 200 pounds. Hey, you guys saw my post today, right? Did you guys see where I shared my story? If you missed it, go back and check out my post. I put this amazing photo up of myself just completely transformed. I lost 60 pounds. I went from hating my life, having panic attacks, crying every day, sad, depressed, and hopeless, to losing a ton of weight, loving my life, having great energy, sleeping again, and it's all thanks to these exogenous ketones. So I would love to get you started with this little goodie pack. Let's get you rebooted. Let's help you to start feeling amazing. This is a great way to kind of introduce you to some of the products that I offer along with my keto coaching. And I also offer trial packs, you guys. So if you want to do a 5, 10, or 15 day of just some of these, it's always a nice mix of goodies. I offer that as well. So you can just comment below and let me know how many days that you want, 5, 10, or 15, and I can get you some more information. So thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I hope that you learned some new things about fasting, why it's good for you, some tips and tricks, and let's get you guys some Reboot kits tomorrow. I'd be so excited to have a ton of you really kick off the new year, and just I really challenge you. Go back and read my post from earlier today and think about what a new you would look like this year. Maybe write it down. What's this new version of you going to look like? What is she or he going to feel like? What are they going to do? And this is kind of a great way to get you started because, you know, when I bought my first pack of ketones last year, you guys, I got myself a little trial pack. I never imagined what the very best version of me could feel like. So I am so excited. Love you guys. If you had a great time on this video, give it a quick share. Don't forget to follow me and friend me. And I hope you're having a great night. I'll be back to chat with you guys again soon. Take care.